Dad first said it to me. The nail that sticks out is the one that gets hit. It's an old Japanese proverb. To stay out of danger or harm's way, one must conform. One must obey. One must be inconspicuous. We'd hear it growing up on the farm during the Great Depression. Hoovervilles, hobos, jobless men riding railways, women and children in bread lines, and Washington State, still a western frontier. Its settlers hostile to newcomers. Newcomers, that is, like us. Deru kugi wa utareru. I remember the first time I knew I was Japanese. It was on this lazy Sunday when I was just 4 or 5, and my friend Tak was visiting, and Mom served up a picnic lunch. Chicken teriyaki, tsukemono pickles, onigiri rice balls, banana cream pie. And she put us in the ofuro, or outdoor wooden bath, and Tak taught me how to hold my breath, so I shut my eyes and held my nose and plunged below the surface. And I opened my eyes underwater and I saw Tak's face. He was blowing bubbles at me and sticking out his tongue. In that watery, blurry image, his nose, mouth, crooked teeth, his brown eyes, his black hair. It was like a mirror. And that's when I first realized I was something other. Someone other than what most people around me were. The fact that we were taking a bath outdoors in a wooden tub, the sticky white rice we ate, the prayers in Japanese. It was then it dawned on me, our way of life was other, in a way I couldn't articulate, but somehow simply knew. Later that day, Mom and I were walking near the railroad, and we saw a dog who'd been hit by a car and was badly hurt and whimpering, so I reached out and patted his head, and the dog licked my hand. Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Don't touch that dog.
Mom looked up. She saw a man with a rifle.
Don't touch that dog.
Let's go. But, Mama, he's hurt. He's hurt, Mama. He's hurt. Ima, ikimashou. And my mother yanked me onto my feet and pulled me down the road, and by now I was screaming at the man. He's hurt. He's hurt. The dog lay still.
Get out of my country, you fucking Japs.
That night, when I was falling asleep, my mother came in to tuck me in. And she told me, you must never do that again. Speak that way to a white man. And when the light went out, I heard it again. Deru kugi wa utareru. Of course, I didn't always listen to Mom and Dad. And it was partially their fault. They didn't always toe the line. They're 2 Japanese issei who belonged to the Mukkyokai, a rebel Japanese religious group known as the non-church movement. Pacifistic, democratic, no priest, no choir, no church. Just 4 families, on fire for God, working the land on a commune. You know how fire produces both light and heat? Well, Dad was our guiding light. Some called him baka shojiki. Rough translation, stupidly honest. When Dad packed crates of lettuce to sell, he never put the best heads on top for the usual grand display. Dad always insisted that shita no retsu mo ue to onaji janakke ikan. The bottom row has to be just as good as the top. And Mom, she was the heat. Feisty and articulate. She was the family dynamo, who in another era would have been a journalist or politician. She was elected vice president of our Japanese association, beating out all the men. She wrote poetry and read everything in sight. The Hokubei Shimbun, the latest Sears catalog, and her beloved novels. Late at night, by a kerosene lamp, she'd immerse herself in the dungeon scenes of The Count of Monte Cristo, or be swept away to the cotton fields of Terra in Gone with the Wind. Kono Ashley Wilkes. No backbone ne. Kono Red Butler. Now that's a real man. Mom and Dad, though poor, insisted on some culture. We were the only family around with an Edison phonograph, which played Finlandia, La Traviata, and Jada Jada Jing Jing Jing. And somehow, Mom scared up the money for a square grand piano. It was her pride and joy. And strains of Stephen Foster songs like My Old Kentucky Home would waft out the screen door. Out to the fields, where my brothers and I were hoeing, thinning, fertilizing, hitching the horse to the plow. We lost money every season.